Hello, adventurers. My name is Maximus, and I will be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 45th episode of Campaign 2 of Caches and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, who will be here soon, Nina Nikolic, Virtual Spectre, and moves like Jagger from the GGN crew. That was almost like an announcement. It moves like Jagger from the GGN crew.
Come on down.
Yeah. Mac will not be joining us this evening.
And Bun cast invisibility.
Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. She's there. I see her.
Yeah.
I mean, I see her just fine. Also, I think that she left on purpose so you all can see the chalkboard that she put in her background that says Azric for Captain on it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
Anyway, hopefully you all are having a fantastic Friday. Mine's been busy. I've had a busy Friday. It's been just like all day. See what you just did, Moose. Little forehead kisses for everybody. There you go.
Little forehead kiss for all everybody.
I could use one too.
Yes, please.
All right, make it rain.
Anyway, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And if you're not, hopefully that we can bring some Dungeons and Dragons to make it better. Hopefully we don't make it worse. That would be awful. Could you imagine?
That would be the worst if the comments were just like, I was having a good day and then I listened to this and now my day is ruined.
Like these
like we'll just be like, oh my god, delete all the channels.
Yeah, these degenerates trying to play Dungeons and Dragons just made my day awful.
I had a great day and now it's all ruined.
That can't be true because of all of our wonderful podcast listeners.
There's like a movie quote that's literally that. Something in my day is ruined. I can't remember what it is.
Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were all dumber. You will receive 0 points. Something like that.
That's really good.
That's what comes to my mind first.
Same.
But anyway, as I had mentioned, speaking of podcasts, you can go to anywhere podcasts are peddled and find Caches and Cantrips. We have things on there like the after show Out of Combat. That's not live. It's only on YouTube or our podcast. So you can catch our Tome of Knowledge podcast on there. We talk about lately all the new Dungeons and Dragons 2024 version role updates, which I saw they released a new one today. And there's also one pending about dragon changes. So that's got to be huge because it's half the name, right?
Keep it coming, D&D. Keep it coming because we need all the content we need for Tome of Knowledge.
Yeah. Aside from that, if you want access to everything that I just said early, if you're like, it's my podcast and I want it now, well, you can. Just go to patreon.com/casters and cantrips and you can have it early. When I say early, it's literally as soon as they're edited and rendered on the weekend, and then I just put them up there. So Sunday early-ish.
So I lied and it wasn't a movie quote.
You lied to me?
Yeah. There's a
How
guy.
dare.
There's a guy on YouTube who reviews fast food. He's like, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Is that the guy in the suit?
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
All right. That was in my head.
Yeah. Anyway, aside from those things, you can watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/@casters&cantrips, where we are right now. You can watch us live over there. If you're not, you should, because we would love you forever if you would just say hello over there. And you can catch our Tome of Knowledge podcast live on Mondays at 6 p.m. Or, come join our Discord. Tell us about your day. Tell us, show us. Actually, we've had some decent discussions about like people's crafting areas and like their crafting rooms and desks and stuff. We shared some photos. I shared a photo of mine in progress. You can't see it, but
that's
it's right
cool.
there. I got like a nice pegboard and stuff up. So when I start painting minis and things and doing my 3D printing.
Oh, I want a craft room now.
I want a craft room too.
Just have a little craft nook.
Yeah.
But anyway, without any further ado, I think we should play some Dungeons and Dragons. What do you all think?
I
It's a fantastic idea.
guess.
I like how Sandwich the dog entered the room when I was like, let's play. She's like, all right. Just into Bun's office. Like, I'm ready.
I'm here. What did I miss?
You missed
We all dead
everything.
yet?
We held the
you-
vote without you.
Everything in the kitchen, everything. Just everything that can be
Yes, you
spilled.
won.
spilled it.
So now it is your job to segue us into me reading the recap from last episode. So 1, 2, 3, go.
Last time on Casters and Cantrips.
All right. The crew of the
Perfectly
Unfortunate
done.
were preparing to parlay with the crew of the Vigilant, the hunter ship belonging to the Divine Order of Conservancy. It was agreed that all officers of each ship should be present for the conversation, and after all of the officers of the Unfortunate were brought aboard to the enemy ship, the negotiations ensued. The group's plan was to convince the Vigilant's captain, Larissa Vale, that the crew were actually a group of privateers secretly working for the Divine Order of Conservancy themselves. They would present Hayden as a secret member of the group and say that the battle was a grave misunderstanding. After Captain Vale heard Hayden's ruse, she ordered everyone out of the captain's quarters to have a private conversation with him. As all other parties had exited, Taj subtly cast clairvoyance to try and listen in on the conversation. But before it started, the topic was brought up that it should be ensured that the conversation was private. One of the Captain Vale's subordinates used magic to determine there were some anomalies in the quarters. And before being found out, Taj canceled the spell but was able to hear a short phrase during the conversation. After the negotiations concluded, Hayden informed the other officers that the Unfortunate would be allowed to leave without pursuit or other incident, but in exchange, they had to surrender 2 of their crew members to the Conservancy. It was decided that Gear and Barry would be surrendered to the hunters. After the ordeal was concluded, the crew made their way back to the ship, where Captain Azric was informed that a majority of the crew had lost faith in his leadership and a new vote for captain would occur once the ship was not in imminent danger. Emmy was able to make friends with a large whale that assisted in towing the ship to the nearest island in the area, which would be the Crescent Islands. And that is where we'll begin our episode this evening. It is currently the 10th day of Sextus, and you all are arrived onto the beach, the ship being pulled ashore as it was barely being held afloat anyway, and everyone is working hard early in the morning for repairs. This is a seemingly uncharted island, as most of the Crescent Isles are, as you all can see from the map on the screen. And you were essentially towed here by the whale. If you will remember correctly, you have, I think it is about 4-ish, maybe 3 days of food, if you're lucky at this point. Knowing your ship is going to be needing repairs for a while, at least to limp back to Blackrend Cove, you're going to have to at least forage for some food while you are ashore. So you are in...
How long do I have left on my farming situation, and how much of it was destroyed in the battle?
Roll a D100.
Oh no, I hadn't thought of that.
Why did you bring it up?
Hang on.
We're so.
I mean, we
no.
had to
no.
discuss
My
it.
seeds. I don't even know what seeds they were. I can't get them again.
Okay. 53.
53. That's
could
how
go
many
either way.
plants have died. No, I'm kidding. You didn't have 3 plants.
Okay, I planted 5,000.
No. Your work on this, which requires dedicated work, you pretty much started while you were in the atoll. So in order to get this thing running, you need to dedicate days and time off to do this. So it was getting started. You're coming up with like a way to automatically irrigate these plants and such. At this stage, the plants are probably the least of everyone's concerns, as the ship is entirely wrecked for the most part. But I will say that you have basically a minor setback in this. Nothing is like destroyed beyond repair or anything like that. But it's nowhere near ready to like grow food, right? It's only been maybe a week since you started this whole process.
Yeah. God, how much time do we have left again for this thing? I keep losing count.
So once you get this ready, like it's probably going to take a month of downtime or so to like create a new automatic irrigation type system to happen like on the water. I would say if you want to spend some time doing that and try making some rolls and make it faster, you could, but that would need to be taking place in like a city. You're not going to be able to have the materials and supplies to like have inspirational like, you know, breakthroughs on a deserted island.
Yeah. Well, in that case, off to use my survival instincts we go. Does anyone else want to come?
Are you going hunting?
Yes, I got my bucket. Well, foraging, I don't know how apt I am at hunting, but I can tell a good berry from a shit one.
Well, I'm quiet and I have a gun, so.
Wait, isn't that contradicting?
Well, no, you.
You put a silencer on it.
Can you
What?
do that?
What's a silencer?
Guns silent.
Yes.
How does that work?
As loud as a cannon. How do you do that?
You've never heard of one. Let me see if I can pull together some schematics for you. We'll build one. When I'm
that
done
would
in a
be-
month's time doing what I'm currently doing.
I was about to say you're very busy.
Yeah, I am. But it is possible.
That would
Is
be
this
extremely useful.
Is this the time that I go on a tirade about how silencers don't silence a gun? It just makes it to where you don't have to wear ear protection and they actually
No.
still hear
Yeah,
them from
right.
quite a long way away.
No, no, thank you.
It
Next.
gives you an
No, this
advantage
is
on stealth
Dungeons
rolls
and
when you
Dragons
shoot.
in silencers. All right, it's magic.
Also, it depends on the size and power of the round.
The caliber. Anyway, I
Wait,
digress.
didn't you? Yeah, wait. Couldn't you just cast
Silence.
silence?
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't need a silencer.
Well, there you go. That is your
An
silencer.
attachment to the pistol, and then I'll cast silence on the pistol. I actually don't have silence though, and then it'll be quiet.
Well, that's wonderful in practice. So, who's helping me hunt? Is there anyone on the crew who's
So
else
it-
has experience
it's-
with hunting?
It's bright and early, sun's up, and they had just gotten the ship pulled, basically beached it, right, to make repairs. No one's done anything else yet. Everyone is sort of like shuffling around, not sure like what to do. There's some tension. There, you know, a few like arguments going on. The crew seems a little aimless at
Because
at
I
the
have no
moment.
leadership today.
Yeah, based on the circumstances. And Kurzak sort of is looking at the crew, looking at the group of officers, and he just sort of like raises his hand in front of everyone and he says, "Perhaps we have some unfinished business before we're to embark on the next chapter of this ship's journey, as well, we are a bit aimless at the moment."
Well, Kozak, allow me to be the target. I want everyone to gather up, crew. I'm still acting captain of the Unfortunate, and I want everyone to gather around.
Everyone kind of like looks around and they're like, but is he like? Do we have to listen to him? Like they're like they're not like snapping to like they used to.
Hayden steps
Kuda
up
gets
next
all
to Asric.
frustrated with him. And she's just like, listen, everybody, we're stuck here for now. We need to listen to somebody to get our shit together and get some food and fix this thing so that we can take the next step in whatever it is you all want to do. So come on then, chop chop.
What was Hayden gonna say?
No, he just looks at Kuda like kind of surprised. He's like, well said. You heard the lady? Fall in.
So everyone just kind of starts to mosey around the loose huddle of officers. It's a very like tenuous time. They're
Come
not.
on.
I cast Mage Hand and start grabbing people by the collar and pulling them.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So who do you grab first?
I will grab their name. Jax.
All right. You grab Jax, like, hold on, and just like, Mage Hand can't pull much, but they're just kind of like sloughing through the sand, and he just kind of feels a tug and more surprise than anything. So everyone is basically around you all now, like waiting to hear, like, okay, what do you want now, kind of thing.
All right. I grab a crate and I stand on top of it. All right. I know everyone wants to have a vote right now, but we are not out of the storm yet. As you can see, the ship is barely hanging on to dear life. It's destroyed. We need to make repairs. Everything's in disarray. We're also out of supplies. So I need to have a gathering crew gather up, go with Kuta and Hayden to go on a hunting party to get fruits, vegetables, game, whatever it may be. And once we have all that situated, we still have the potential danger of the Conservancy to change their minds and turn around and come after us. So, and I will note that in the Pirate Code bylaws, Article 37, Section 3, Paragraph 4, voting must not happen when the things are in a dangerous state and dire need of survival. And now we are very much in that survival state. So once we repair the ship, gather supplies, head back to neutral ground at the Black Wren Cove, then we can properly have a vote for the new captain.
Everyone kind of looks around and is like, is that right? Like everyone's kind of like discussing amongst themselves. Hayden,
Have I read this bylaws?
Well,
Is this
one
real?
moment. I mean, you don't. For all you know, it could be a pirate bylaws that exists somewhere.
It
But
fits
Hayden-
very well in Emmy's worldview of pirates. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Timmy believes this. So
Hayden, your passive insight, you know, some people are like shaking their head like, well, I think I've heard of that, but you think that they're not responding to pleasantries in this moment, if that makes sense. Azric has sort of said, hey, here, let's all do these things, let's all work together, but they're not responding to niceties in this moment. So if you wanted to key Azric in on that, you could, because you picked that up.
Sure. Hayden will lean in and say, well played with the bylaws, but I don't think it's working too well. Would you like me to say something?
Kurzak steps up to Azric while you're conversing, and he says, well, Captain, I do believe that in those bylaws, of course, there are circumstances where a vote could be delayed, but I mean, this is hardly one of those circumstances. We're away from immediate danger. I mean, I think that a reasonable person like you, Captain, would agree.
Zach, I want you to get these people to get the fucking job done. They don't want a nice guy. I won't be a nice guy, and I'll start blasting motherfuckers.
And I think Kurzak's not getting the point across. He's just like, well, Captain, I mean, the rules are rules, of course, and we have to obey by the code. And he's just kind of almost taking advantage of your kindness, it feels like to you, Azric. You're like, he's just kind of walking all over me. They had a vote. Now they can think they can do whatever they want before they even vote the new guy in.
Zach, look at the crowd. Look at the crew. Aimless. No guidance. Taking advantage of this very situation. Right now, for the worst of part of it, the lack of leadership, or because they are taking advantage that there is no leadership and my right as captain is in jeopardy, if we don't get our shit together and we vote for a new captain at this moment, while our ship is not in swimming or a sea sailing capacity, again, starvation is going to kick in as we don't have very much supplies left, and then people are going to be at each other's throats. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be mayhem. It's going to be chaos.
Well, I mean, Captain, I appreciate your position, but as soon as a new captain is voted in, then of course that they could take charge and everyone would be sort of behind them and we would have, leadership.
Maybe I'm not saying... Let me try another method. And I summon my tentacle.
He's pushing your buttons. You're aggravated at him. Why is he pushing back now? Go ahead.
I summon my tentacle and have it ready to wrap around him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I need to repeat myself, Kozak, and make an example out of you in front of everyone here. I will.
Make an intimidation roll.
Oh, please, dear gods.
With advantage, since you're scaring him with tentacle magic.
Oh, thank the gods. That is a 23.
23.
Thank you, patron.
That's my captain.
He sees this, it's medium size, right? This tentacle.
Yeah.
This tentacle that's sort of looming over Kurzak, who is a lizard folk that looks like a crocodile. And his eyes are wide and just sort of like stiffens up. And he just sort of backs away with his hands up and says, "You heard him, everyone. Gather around, do what he says." And he's frightened.
Does anyone else have any comments or questions?
Everyone shakes their head no.
Now get to work.
Kind of feels good in the back of your mind somewhere that, yeah, I have power. I can wield this power and make people listen to me. I deserve this. They should listen to me in the first place. We wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, I'm still the captain. Guys, bitches.
Enter the era of Dark Azric. Yeah, so everyone sort of scrambles. They're separating themselves into different groups. You've got some that are working on the ship. There's some that are going to go forage. That's sort of your main two concerns. Well, I guess three is like get the ship prepared, find food, find fresh water. And everyone's kind of hopping to it. You see people trying to fell some trees, maybe find what spare wood they can. They're doing their best. They're getting all the stores out and putting things on the beach. There's a meager amount of supplies left for this entire crew. While you did reduce the number of mouths you have to feed by 2, which is good. Just not enough to repair the whole ship and get back to Black Red Cove. So everyone's sort of setting up a base camp on the beach in the forest line. And this island is basically like, when you think of like what a deserted island looks like this is it. It's a relatively small, uninhabited island. You know, the Crescent Isles, no one's really settled there. They're not very big, mainly unexplored. For some reason, you've visited one of these islands previously, where you've gotten this ship. Well, this is not the same one. They're very dense jungle, not sort of friendly to building like civilization on them. Very harsh environment, but typically the beach is, you know, if you're going to survive somewhere in this type of situation, a beach isn't a bad idea as long as you don't try and wander in the middle of the jungle to survive. And everyone sort of, as they're hopping to it, getting all of these things done. Is there anything that you all want to discuss amongst yourselves before we move on?
Hayden, what exactly went down in the captain's quarters of the Vigilant?
Well, pretty much exactly what we talked about. I portrayed myself as one of them. It took some doing, but I think she was convinced, at least enough to let us go.
She at least questioned it, did she? Did she ask for proof or anything like that?
Oh, sure. Sure she did. See, the advantage of being out on the ocean and my claiming to be of a higher station meant that she couldn't make orders of me. So she protested, asked for some sort of proof, and I just flat out denied it. I didn't have to show her proof. It was either trust me, understand that I'm a higher station, or not. And I don't think she wanted to risk it. Of course, she had a few choice words to say about my privateer crew wrecking her ship, to which, of course, I said something along the lines of, complain about it to those who care.
Oh.
Sail on back to headquarters, wherever that is. Whine about it a little bit. I mean, it took every ounce of charm I had and every ounce of wit to get out of this scenario, of course. They don't make people hunters for nothing. They're generally pretty good at seeing through lies. So, I wasn't at the top of my game. That could have gone very differently.
Did she disclose any information or anything?
The only thing I know is that they were on a routine patrol in those waters. And we just happened to cross the patrol.
So there's definitely an eventuality that we may come across them again.
Sure. Especially if we stick close to shorelines, as we were. It's a fairly well-known route for ships. So, often preyed upon by people like us. I mean, you know all this. I don't have to explain it to you.
Well, I just find it kind of miraculous that your fake status got us out of 2 situations. So, guess I am glad for that.
You gave me a job. I saw it done.
Excellent job done. All right. Anything else anyone would like to discuss?
Do you want us to vote for you?
Of course, I want you to vote for me.
What?
But everyone is allowed their own opinion or candidate.
Right, but I mean, like, you like being captain, right?
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
But,
I mean, if people
think
were to vote for me, I wouldn't want them to.
What if I convince everyone to vote for you, Emmy?
Why Why would you do that? Because I don't know what it means. I don't really know how to be a captain, and it looks really hard and scary. And Tasha's been teaching me how to be a mean girl, but I don't think that I'm there yet. So, like, if you could maybe not.
I was just having a little joke with you, Emmy.
That's really funny.
Yanking your chain, as we say, us
Okay.
land dwellers. So
I'm gonna go help with the ship repairs, I think.
you know how to do that?
Emmy just has like 1,000-mile stare after that conversation. Yeah, Emmy's gonna go use her undersea and swimming powers to get under the boat and assess the damage, and the other people might not be able to assess because they can't do that.
Sure. Just make a perception roll as you're swimming down, looking at the ship.
And
Looks real bad.
it's exactly what she says when she swims back up.
You might be stuck here forever.
That's also what I say to the crew. So I don't say this to necessarily to Azric, whoever's in charge of like the repairs, which would be the
Zach.
I'm like, it looks really bad. I think we're gonna be stuck here forever. We should probably start voting on who we're gonna eat first.
Quiet, Emmy.
What? What did I say? I'm sorry.
The crew watches you.
I can create water, so we'll probably be okay for a few days at least.
Hayden just turns to Cooter, is like, so, are you joining me for a nice quiet stroll through the woods?
Oh, yes, it'll be completely uneventful. We'll find some berries, find some fruits. It'll be lovely. We could do with a nice little mindfulness walk, I dare say.
Well,
Do you want to go alone for a reason, or because I suggest you should take Lucille and Jax with you, if you're going
of
to
course.
Oh, the help is
Who's ever
always
useful.
yes.
All right, Lucille,
what?
Jax, you're going with Cooter and Hayden to forage for food.
Do you want me to go? I don't think Kurzak wants me to help with ship repairs anymore.
Emmy,
Something about crew morale.
you can talk to animals, right?
Yes.
Could you tell them to stay
No,
nice
actually,
and
I
still
can't.
when I aim at them?
Not today. Wait, has it been a new day yet, or are we still the same day as the attack?
It's been a new day, but basically the whale was pulling you all night, essentially.
Right, but we knew we were gonna be on an island doing repairs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I can definitely talk to animals. I mean, I could try, but just because I can talk to them doesn't mean they're gonna be stupid.
Right. Well, it's daylight. Most things are probably hiding, but
And your aim is impeccable.
it's not bad.
I can also talk to plants. Would that be help? They're really good at staying still.
You can talk to plants, yes.
Actually, I think I'll just go with your, because I can just cast invisibility on Hayden and I'll never see him coming.
That's helpful.
I don't think that'll help. They're gonna hear him coming or smell him. Sorry, no offense.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure.
You mean about the smell or the hearing?
About either. I don't know. So, are we set?
All right, let's grab some satchels and
Oh, I do have I actually can help though. Not talking, I don't think talking to him will help, but I could locate an animal or plant.
Well, are we leaving Whisper to watch over the crew?
you can stay, keep him unchecked.
All right. I mean, whatever you think is useful.
I mean, if you tell me an animal that you guys are hungry for, I can locate it.
Deer? Elk?
I mean,
Deer? I don't know if there's any deer on this island. I've never even seen a deer.
I mean, if worse comes to
large
worse, and there's no suitable game in the forest, then I suppose we could fish.
Oh, I could fish all day.
I'm also good at fishing.
Yeah, we have over 20 mouths to feed, though. If we could get large game or lots of medium-sized game, that would probably be preferable. But we could still fish, of course.
Get some extra snackies for the crew. Maybe they'll appreciate that at this stage.
Tubers will be very useful as well.
We have a resident plant expert right here, so I trust you will not feed us anything that will leave us sick.
Me or Cooter?
Both.
Yeah, both, I guess.
All right, let's go. We've dallied long enough.
I would
Okay.
like someone that's going to be leading you through to make a survival roll through the jungle.
Oh,
Not it.
I'll try my best. 13.
13. That's okay. You're
Bad.
not going to get lost. With a 13 anyway.
Not with this brain. I know where we came from. I know every blade of grass we've passed.
Yeah, so you make your way through and you're looking for food and things to forage. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm looking for something specific. I'm looking for signs of a specific animal because once I know what animals might live on the island, then I can use locate creature
Okay.
or locate animal.
So you don't get very far in the tree line. You've maybe walked a total of like 10 minutes. It's kind of slow going. Like this jungle gets thick when you get just even a little ways into it. And Cooter, with their passive perception, you see what looks to be a vaguely like humanoid figure. That looks to be like leaning up against a tree. They look like their clothing's pretty raggedy. They look pretty worse for wear. Quite tall, probably like 6'10", 7 feet or so.
Does it seem like they've noticed us?
No. Not
No,
at this
I guess
point.
it's
But if you
bad.
want to get closer without being seen, then you need to be sneaky unless you're just going to introduce yourselves.
Looks like this island's habited. There's someone standing over there. I don't think I should lead on, but if you want to go check that out, by all means.
We should definitely get a closer look, but stealthily.
Well, I could move ahead a little bit.
All right.
Just anything to
Sneaking on over
help
there.
me be a little quieter.
Nothing for noise, unfortunately.
Ah, okay.
Might be able to help.
It's okay.
Does what was that spell I used a long time ago?
Guidance.
No, I don't think I've ever used guidance
It's fine.
on
I'll-
this character.
Pass without trace. Is what you're
I
thinking.
have freedom of movement or pass. Yeah, do I have pass without trace prepared? I do not. That would have been smart. Too late.
It's fine. I will see what's going on with this one. Uh, 15 on stealth.
15.
Just getting a little closer to see, I guess, to try and figure out what this being is. And
Yeah. Yeah, so you make your way closer, and you're making, like, you feel like you're making some mistakes, like you're hitting a twig that you didn't perhaps see, but it's not causing a lot of noise. Like there's the ocean in the background, people working on the beach, those sort of things. And as you get closer, you can see this is humanoid, over 7 feet tall. They're leaning against a tree pretty hard. They look injured. You can see that there's some dried blood on the back of their arm. The back of their tunic is torn, leaving what looks to be like some sort of large gash of some sort. They've got like a thick, like wild mane of silver and white graying hair, sort of pulled back in locks. They have like a light bluish gray skin, and as you get closer, you can tell this is a furbolg, and they are not looking good. They're looking quite injured.
We'll slink my way back to the team and report what I saw.
I
It
mean,
could
were they out of
do you-
breath? Did they look like they're dying?
Well, they look like they could be on the brink of death. They're bloodied, hard of breathing.
Oh, we should
the
help
poor
them.
thing. Yes, maybe they could do with some healing.
Well, hold on a moment. We're on a deserted island. All right, they're probably here for a reason, just as we are. So, not be trusting.
But they could have just been
Vacation?
shipwrecked.
Azric's right. If we approach, we have to take utmost caution and be ready for anything. For all we know, this could be a trap.
All right then.
Everyone just lay low. I will approach the individual, and if anything happens, pop out. Magic's blasting.
All right. Well, if they need help, give me the signal as well.
Right. I'll remember. There's that cloud looks like a dog. Remember that one. We'll stick with it. But don't.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And then we attack. Do you want me to summon a giant insect?
If the situation requires it, then yes.
Okay.
Which signals for healing and which ones for oh no?
There's only going to be an oh no.
Okay. In that case, if you need healing, just come back and tell me. Or if they need healing. Yes. All right. Off you go then.
Okay. Damn it! Why is they're too nice? Anyways, I'll venture through and make my presence known.
And you get like surprisingly close before they hear you. He's like, "Oh, oops. Who are you?" And he looks like panicked, scared, out of breath, not looking good. Scratches on his face, like,
Are you all right? What's going on here? I'm not here to hurt you.
"Sorry, I am being greatly injured. I'm shipwrecked on this island. Lost. I don't know how much of the crew. And I'm so hungry and thirsty. Do you have food or water or anything?"
I hand him my water skin.
Yeah, and he
Partially, we also out of food. How much of your crew's left? What happened? Why? How did you end up here?
he like takes your water skin and just just downs it, just all of it at once, just almost like that ravenous, like this is the last piece, like drops of water I'll ever have kind of thing, and just goes to town on it. I'm sorry. And he holds his side. I don't know how many are left. We were marooned here. The crew. The captain wanted to go deeper. We were attacked. We were being overrun. I ran. I won't lie to you. I'm not much of a fighter. More of a... It was a merchant crew. And I ran.
How did you get marooned and by whom?
You're correct, not marooned. Blown off course, terrible storm. Hit some unexpected rocks and found our way here. We'd been here for quite a while. We expected me to help them delve inward to help gather supplies, and we went too far. All of our medical supplies and what food and water we had left they took with us. And it's God knows where, in the middle of the jungle. Probably at least a week's worth or more.
Oh. I'm going to insight him, just see what kind of vibes he's giving with the
Sure.
15.
Looks like he's telling the truth.
That wound looks pretty bad. Was that from the attack? What attacked you?
Local fauna. Large creature. Beast.
Beast?
Well,
like a bear? Or...
No. Large reptilian creatures.
Oh. They have wings by any chance?
None that were winged that I remember.
All right, this maybe this will help. And I'm gonna touch his wound and healing hands him for 7.
And he kind of puts your hand out. Your hand. No. I just need to rest.
No, I can heal you with divine magic. It's fine.
I do not know if I'm worthy of your hospitality you and I have just met. I consider myself a coward for leaving some of my crew behind, but just some food.
Maybe we can help each other and we can help rescue your crew. I mean, we were out here foraging for food ourselves, and I whistled to the rest of the crew. You can all come out now.
Attack or do you heal?
Heal.
Does that cloud look like a dog?
okay.
No, don't worry about the cloud. Just
Okay.
Well, in a matter of fact, it kind of does, but I don't see the relevance in this. Listen, just give me some food. I'm just out of breath and I'm tired. Once I regain my strength, I can patch myself up and maybe you could go and help me retrieve the supplies. There's medicine as well. Food, water. I'm sure if you're here, you're probably in a similar situation as I was.
well, I happen to have some hardtack. It's not the greatest, but
He just holds out his just large hand.
there you are.
Just scarfs it down like one of the freaking like in the movie Hook when they're eating imaginary food. Just scarfs that hardtack down.
Are we all close enough to hear this, or was this just between?
If you want to be.
I could hear everything. I don't know about you guys.
All right. Oh, what's your name, by the way? I'm Azric.
He puts his hand out, crumbs on all over his like shaggy beard and hair. Kyle.
Io.
Kyle.
Aiel.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
Sure.
Peter, do you have medicine? Do you want to? Never mind.
I do. It's one of my best traits.
I
Do you want to do it, or do you want to assist?
I will assist.
overheard you were part of a merchant vessel.
Yes.
What was your trade?
Well, I dabble in very basic primal magics. They thought I was sort of a good luck charm, made me the navigator. I can do simple druid craft and the sword to figure out the weather the next day.
A druid.
No, no. Dabble, I dabble.
That's quite useful. What did you say that your ship was transporting again?
Well, I didn't. But just your basic cargo, goods for sale, normal
Right.
supplies.
Smashed up onto rocks.
Well, for the most part, I'm assuming.
It's unfortunate.
Most of the ship didn't make it this far.
Right.
But what we could carry, we brought with us.
Did you have to swim some way? You poor thing. Oh, no. Kuta just starts like bandaging bits and pieces of him, whether he wants it or not.
He
This is
stops.
Kuta.
No.
No. She's our ship doctor. Let her have a take a look at you.
What's your roll on medicine, by the way?
Got a 20 with her assisting. Dirty 20.
Like, he's not in danger. He's not in life threatening. They look like superficial, like he narrowly got away kind of thing.
Okay.
Like he was more scared, out of breath, and like sort of feeling hopeless than anything. And he's just insistent, like, you're doing enough. I save your supplies. We may need them.
Oh, all right, if you insist.
Someone should insight check.
I noticed the word "we" was used. What do you
I'm sorry,
expect us? What kind of danger do you wish us to walk into?
Well, just as I mentioned to your friend here, that perhaps we could go get the remainder of the food, the water, the medicine.
We do need it. I suggest we head on.
Lead the way, Kyle.
Right. Right. Do you mind if we just take a bit of a short rest for a moment? Catch my breath. Just figure out the situation. Just recenter myself. Is that all right?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, you're injured, but at least we could do is wait a moment.
We could
take
all use a
look at the-
meditation break.
All right.
Aiden's gonna
Oh.
stay kind of at the ready in case any of these beasts show up. Could you explain to us a little more about these creatures that you fell prey to?
Large reptilians, sharp teeth, pointy claws, scaly.
Crocodiles?
No, larger.
Did they have
Giant
arms
crocodiles?
like tiny arms, like they can't scratch their back, or was it a bit longer?
Well, I did see one that had sort of proportionally small arms.
Now, were they our size, like our height, or was it much, much larger?
Well, both.
Oh,
Yes.
Mm. that ring any bells, Emmy?
Does it ring any bells?
Make a nature check.
I do also the roll for the nature
Do it.
check. That's a 26.
16.
16. I mean, giant lizards. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of scary shit
That's
out
a
in
thing.
the wilds. Cooter. I mean, there are sort of uncharted, uncivilized isles that are sort of large to, or sort of home to mega fauna in the jungles. So it's not entirely out of place. You could find like giant reptilian creatures. I mean, you yourselves fought or narrowly escaped a hydra in the jungles not too long ago. Perhaps things like dinosaurs.
So, well, this is a chance for science if I ever saw it. I've heard of
Lane?
things like this in the jungle, so there might be some what we call megafauna, which is kind of like lizards and things on the mainland, but bigger.
I don't think I've ever seen those. I mean, I've seen underwater things like that, but not on land.
I don't know too much about what they're capable of, but we should be very careful. Definitely
Okay.
prepare as much as we can. You know, in case shit hits the fan, as it were. Does sound quite
Ew.
dangerous. Yes. Yes.
Do we have a? I guess I'll ask Azric. Kind of. Hayden kind of like pulls you to the side. If we're really intending on helping this guy, I think we should send word somehow back to the ship.
Well, by help, you mean help ourselves with the supplies.
Oh, sure. I also wanted to know what kind of cargo his ship had. We could figure out where it wrecked. We could dive.
You're right. Yes, we all have swimming capabilities. Let's see.
But more so
Lucille,
to
we
get
could
the
send-
word to our crew.
can send Lucille and Jax back, or just one of them.
They find their way.
I mean, we're just barely into the jungle.
True.
Yeah, we can still see the shore, right?
Yeah, you're like
Like
a
hear
few
it?
minutes in.
Okay. Yeah. That this is going to be an extended outing.
Lucille, Jax, please return back to the ship and let the crew know that we are on the search for more supplies, as another ship was wrecked here.
Right away, Captain. And they just trumps back out of the woods, or out of the jungle, I should say, seemingly happier to be assigned back closer to the shore.
All right. Before we go deeper, I'm going to leave markings on the trees so we find our way back, and I'm going to use prestidigitation to make a small mark on each tree we walk by.
Okay. Fair enough. So they disappear into the woods, and you all are sort of taking a bit of a short break here. And it seems that Kyle is like starting to like calm his nerves a little bit.
Kaya, how many people made it to shore with you?
I want to say 10, 15, somewhere in between.
What of your captain?
Captain was lost at sea.
What was the name of the ship that you were traveling on?
The Serpent's Grace.
And the name of your captain?
Captain Delineo Thornhill.
All right. All right. Well, whenever we're not trying to rush you, but whenever you're feeling up to it, we should get on our way.
Right. What brought you here? A shipwreck as well?
Yes, very same. Our crew is trying to repair our ship the best they can.
Right. Storm as well?
Yeah, you could say that, yes.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you're safe. Well, I'm very glad that you're on the shore because I've tried several times to go back in. And, well, I mean, you see the result.
Well, now we're a much larger party. We all are very capable in combat, so if anything were to happen, we'll be sure to protect you.
It was unfortunate that those that were there to guard our ship were lost at sea as well. You never can be too careful.
So, can you do anything in battle at all?
No. I'm more of a pacifist.
So, where to protect you?
I can grab a branch and use it as a club as well as any other person, but I mean, I'm not well versed in combat as your friend has boasted that you all are. I mean, I'm just a sailor.
I'm gonna insight him again. 13.
Yeah, he's not a fighter. He's not bullshitting you. Like if he was able to hold his own, he wouldn't be in this situation. It seems like.
Oh, all right. We're just trying to make sure, we know what you're capable of before we head into the unknown. It's dangerous as you say it is.
Well, I mean, it is, and that my talents lie elsewhere, not with combat, but...
You said you were the navigator, right?
Navigator of sorts, which I was learning. But they want to be on the ship for things to be able to tell the weather and those sort of things. I don't understand where the storm came from. I did not see it coming.
Do Furbolgs come with do they get like Druidcraft by default or something? He said tell the weather.
Is
that a thing?
I don't know.
He
Moose.
doesn't-
Is that a thing?
Sound like a navigator, to be honest. Yeah, Moobs.
What do you mean? I am Azric, okay? I'm not this handsome and regal character that you're referring to.
no,
I tell if he's a druid?
he has said that he dabbles in the primal magics. When he asked, "Are you a druid?" he said, "No, I'm not a druid." He's like, "I can do some things."
Right. I'm just trying to he's being very coy, so I was just trying to figure out if I was just.
Oh, he mentions like a little bit of druid craft.
Okay. I was just I wasn't picking it up, and because I'm dumb. I was just getting clarification. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you questioning him on any of this stuff?
I'm gonna say something in druid, and just see if he reacts to it.
Okay.
Just in case. I'll say, it sounds like a squirrel tittering, and I say, oh man, where'd I put that other hardtack? And start looking in my pockets.
And he looks at you, and then he responds to you, in Druidic. I put belly.
Okay, so he knows he's like a baby druid.
He's like broken druid.
Oh, okay, I love him more now.
And then he's like, I
he
put
just smiles.
belly. No speak.
Okay, I'll hand him my hardtack because now I like him. I give him a ration.
He just gobbles it like he's never eaten before in his whole life.
Before you were a sailor, where were you from?
Well, I mean, I'm from here and there. I mean, as far as where I was born on Ilanula. I've been to Linares before. Always wanted to go to Rosadon. Sort of technological advancements there seem quite interesting. Never made it over there, of course. Been back and forth.
We haven't
pinnacle
either.
depths. What's that?
I said we haven't either.
Maybe if you come with us, we could.
Well,
Always
I
wanted
mean,
to go there myself for the same reason.
I've heard it's
Wonder if they have a
magnificent.
museum.
I most certainly would. I would assume. I have heard that they have sort of automatons that can do things for you.
Well, that would be a sight. I've also heard that they're quite strict there.
Oh, well, I mean, not. I mean, right, but not me.
I should hope not.
What I mean, here and there. What about you all? Where are you all from?
Kuda's just like, well, I'm from the back town of Shamaran. I grew up on a little. She like tells her whole like life story for the past 250 years, however long it's been.
It's like when you like hold a door
Started as a
open for
little
like
turtle.
an old lady at
Yeah.
the grocery store, and then she suddenly is like your new
Back
grandma.
in my day, you remind me of this girl that I met once.
Short rest turns into a long rest.
Yeah. It fades to black, come back, she's still talking about, and then now I find myself on this ship, and then, come the storm, of course, and then here we are as well. We were working on the farming situation, you see, and now that's half destroyed, and so they need to fix that. And then we had to come here to get some food, and here you are, and here we are.
Hayden's
Did I
propped
miss
up against a
anything?
tree, almost snoozing.
And what about you? And looks to Emmy.
Oh, I'm from under the ocean.
Oh, you're funny.
I
Yes,
am.
very, very funny. All right, let's get a move on.
Okay.
Right. So if I remember correctly, we go that way. And then he points the way that Jackson and Lucille just went. No, that's the shore. That way is the shore. So if we go this way, and he basically just points the opposite way that Jackson and Lucille went. If we go this way, this will lead deeper into the jungle, towards the supplies.
Yeah.
Do I remember which way we came from and
Oh,
where
yeah.
we was going?
Mm-hmm.
Was the shore correct?
Yes. It seems like he caught himself, was like, we should
He's
go
just
that
not
way. And then he's like,
Good
oh,
at
wait.
it?
Yeah, you're kind of picking up that, like, maybe he's not a very good navigator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was correct. He just he corrected himself correctly.
Yeah, and if you think about
Okay.
it, like, ships enjoy having magic users on the ship. They are extremely useful. They don't all have to be arcane magic users, or in fact, they could be arcane magic users that are registered to have certain tasks to do. In this case, you're kind of picking up on the fact that, like, oh, you can do magic. You're the navigator. You know when it
get on this
rains. You
ship.
know when it's sunny. like that kind of thing.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he got hired as the navigator to use Druidcraft, but he's a shit druid and the storm didn't come out of nowhere and he really should have seen it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could speculate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking if that seemed possible.
He seems
Okay,
like a
I'm
real nice guy,
understanding now.
though. I mean,
He is really nice, and I would like to accept him as my new Padawan. I'm going to teach him how to be a good druid
oh, cool.
if he doesn't die. He might
Well,
die.
that is entirely up to you all.
I
Do
feel
I
we're in
let-
good
do I
hands.
let-
I mean, as you all can see, he's pretty much a walking compass. I can't
Sure.
fathom how the ship went down.
I
Not with a
think-
talent. Not with a talent like this.
I think he's really nice. I've never met a how do you say it? A fur block? I've never met one of you before, I don't think. Oh no, wait, we did meet one. Just one. You're my second.
Her blog's a totally different kind of podcast.
Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, so you said this way, right? Now let's get to it.
Yes, this way, of course. And I think that's a good time to take our break for the evening. Before
Snack
you
time.
all head headlong into the dense jungle of the uninhabited island as you're following your new friend Kyle, who's going to take you to some supplies and medicine to hopefully make your time a little bit easier while you're on the island repairing. So don't go anywhere. Make sure if you do, it doesn't make any sense. Get some snacks, get some beverages, come back, and then finish the show. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. Anyway, we'll be right back here just a few short minutes, and we'll see you in a few. BRB. And welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you had ample time to grab as many snacks as your heart desired. And got you some drink. Where we left off, our adventurers were going to the jungle. Looking for fun and games. I don't know. I don't even really like Guns N' Roses.
Looking for a party.
So, you are following your guide, Kyle, into the woods.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let's see. That is not the music I was looking for.
With my active perception on deck, because I ain't having no dinosaurs jumping out of me. I'm keeping my head on a swivel.
Researching so many dinosaurs in case I can see one and turn into one, you guys. Get ready.
Have a dino v dino battle. Let's go.
Oh, they have a tag on D&D Beyond for dinosaur. Perfect.
It's not all of them,
Oh, what?
but it's a good start.
Send me whatever list you're using then. It's okay. I'll just tell you if I turn into one of the ones you use, and then you'll send me the link.
Yeah. So you go into the forest, and very dense, hard to navigate. You're sort of going in a general direction based on what Kyle thinks is the direction you're supposed to go. And in order to successfully navigate this jungle, we're going to do a skill challenge. So, there are many a danger in the jungle, be it the flora being outright against you, the fauna, dangerous pathings, pitfalls, things like quicksand, those sort of things. Holy shit.
Wow.
Mikey.
Oh my God, Mikey!
Wowee.
25 gift.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank
Thanks.
you. Oh my gosh.
Much appreciated, man. Hope you're doing
Oh
well.
my goodness!
Wow. Thank
awesome.
you.
That's my boss.
Aw. Oh my
and
gosh, thank
one of my
you.
best friends. Buddy.
I'm just one of the most lovely people in the world, but like obviously, look at this. Oh,
Much appreciated.
oh my gosh, there's so many.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Well,
Everybody,
y'all,
spam your emotes in chat to show your appreciation to Mikey.
that's definitely worthy of some natural 20s.
Some cooter vomit.
The best emote on Twitch, obviously. Just lots of.
You're welcome.
I like how we were like all immediately speechless.
I know. I'm like, ooh.
It's been a week. So we're gonna do a skill challenge to see if you can successfully navigate the treacherous, dense jungle. So as you make your way through, man, I am not finding what I'm looking for, but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
Do we need to have Forge open?
Potentially. Potentially. I guess that depends on you.
I mean, I guess we could always run no matter what, but
Yeah, the
I
coward's
want
way
to
out.
fight a dinosaur. Oh, whoa.
Oh man. Okay.
Jim's fighting voids.
So, I would like you all. We're gonna do a skill challenge. You need 5 successes before you get 3 failures. So you tell me, based upon the circumstances, you're going through this dense jungle, which skill of yours you think would be appropriate to aid your group in traversing this obstacle in front of you. So, and I will choose what
Nature,
order you go
100%.
in too.
I volunteer nature.
All right.
Good at
So
nature
go ahead
too.
and make your nature roll, Nina.
Okay. 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 That's a 22.
22 nature.
Oh,
Yeah.
Says the chat with all their emotes.
So what does it look like? How do you use your nature skill to help traverse through this jungle?
It's just walking through and sniffing the foliage. Yeah, and you're, oh, does that smell like dinosaur? Not sure. Haven't seen one before, but it does seem like she's like tracking through to see if there's any stuff going around, making sure that nothing's going to trip us on the way through or like slap people in the, you know how when you're walking through and someone holds a branch and then the other person walks through and it goes back in their face because she's so tiny. She has to like make sure, watch your heads, like making sure no one gets like smacked out.
And you're using sort of the academic sort of side where you're learning, you know about specific plants and the
Writing some notes
land.
as
Yeah,
we go.
exactly. Fantastic. That is a success. Who's next?
I can go now.
Go for it.
All right. I think I will utilize my acrobatics to help navigate the treacherous jungle.
Okay.
That is dirty 20.
That will succeed.
nice.
Basically just using his nimbleness to avoid slipping on rotten logs or hopping over whatever.
Mm-hmm.
just being as nimble as possible, getting
Yeah.
through the jungle.
Light on the feet, keeping from tripping, that sort of thing. Excellent. Who's next?
I'd like to go. I'd like to use perception.
Go for it.
I'm gonna keep an eye ahead to like make sure I'm always like doing the thing where you see the tree and then the next tree. Make sure we're staying on course. 15.
15 is a failure.
Man, I had a +6 for that too.
So you are keeping an eye out in front of you. You are trying to find things to stay on track, looking for any possible enemies. It's just so thick here.
I'm
Like
feeling
you're-
really distracted because like, oh my god, is that a dinosaur? What's a dinosaur look like? Is that a dinosaur?
Yeah. So yeah, that is a failure. It's just there's a lot of noise, a lot of just things that are distracting you here. Azric.
Can I persuade someone to do a better job to give them advantage on their next roll?
I don't think that that's gonna apply here. If
Okay.
it was a more social encounter, then absolutely. But I don't think that that's gonna apply for this.
Okay, well, I am not great for this type of thing, but I'm gonna try to do what Emmy tried to do and see if we can find a better path with the perception of 14.
That is a failure.
Shit.
Shit. So currently you're at 2 successes, 2 failures. And just as Emmy had the same issue, like this is very dense. It's hard to see very far ahead of you. There's a lot of foliage in the way. Trying to keen in with your hearing. There's just too many little critters chittering and chattering to distract you to try and hear what's a foe and what's not. I think that's back to Hayden. Or oh, sorry, it's Cooter.
Oh, we
Cooter,
going back around?
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right.
What are you rolling for first?
Can it be the same one?
No, it
Does that
can't.
be different? Okay. I will do survival.
Survival.
Got it.
Yeah.
Keen eye, tracking, trying to make sure we don't stumble, etc. Yeah, that's a 23.
That is a resounding success. So
Putting in work today. Whew.
So how do you change from going towards the academics of nature and to going to more of like the more wisdom based of you were looking at specific plants and now you're looking at trailblazing? Kind of describe that.
Yeah, now that she's starting to understand more and like putting her notes together of how, because that's what she does, right? She likes learning about new places, what the ecosystem looks like, those kind of things. And now she's starting to piece together like what kinds of things are actually dangerous that we need to like actually be looking out for versus is there anything here that we can potentially pick up on the way to use later on, that kind of stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, Hayden. What will you choose?
Good question. Stealth?
Stealth survival for sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You're trying to quietly make your way through the jungle without being heard.
Yeah.
From potential enemies. Go for it.
Okay, here we go. That's a nat 20.
Fantastic.
So that's 31 total.
It's like, what's the number? Say it.
31. I'm gone.
That is a success.
Oh my, where did Hayden go? He was here just a second ago.
So how do you use your stealth to help the group as you're going through the jungle?
Basically, he's just trying to show them like correct footing as he walks along to minimize noise and to make sure we're not breaking sticks and kicking rocks and just, I don't know, he's kind of just showing how to deftly move, drawing as little attention to ourselves as possible.
Very well.
Occasionally he vanishes from your sight, but then shows up again.
Alrighty. And Emmy, whatever you roll will decide the skill challenge.
Okay.
Use your inspiration if you have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration for sure. But I'm trying to decide. I'm not like good at anything. Animal handling? Can I use animal handling?
How would you use animal handling in this situation?
Like I look at a no, that's not. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Are there any like ruins or man-made anything in the area at all?
No, not that you can see. Is the jungle.
Can I use history of I read a book on a jungle?
Yes, but it will be a higher DC.
Okay. But we've used everything else, right? We've used survival.
You can
We've
use
u-
those again. You just can't use the same one in the previous round that you previously used.
That I used.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'd like to use nature, please.
Okay.
$21.
21.
Ooh, I was nervous.
That is a success. So you narrowly get through the jungle. You are not going to be exhausted. You're not going to be lost. So congratulations. And with that, as you are sort of going through this jungle and making your way, you've kind of found a decent path, sort of a small like game trail. Makes it easier to go through the jungle a little ways. And instead of being surprised by this creature, you notice, and I will say Emmy and Azric because they used perception on their skill challenges. You notice a extremely large creature in some of these old jungle canopy trees, sort of moving about, undulating, slithering,
Oh, shit.
waiting to strike. And you clock this, so it does not get the drop on you. However, you realize that this is not a large creature. This is not a huge creature. This is a gargantuan creature. High above, lying in wait for something along this game trail to make its way within its grasp. And I would like you all to roll for initiative.
Uh-oh.
boy. Hit you in?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question?
Maybe.
And it's okay to tell me that I have to ask on my turn, but is it a beast or a monstrosity? Like, I feel like Emmy would know on sight.
You could do something on your turn to ascertain that.
Cool, gotcha. Thank you.
Alrighty, so let me get this initiative started. All right, Azric, what is your initiative?
14.
Buddha, what's your initiative?
10.
Hayden? What's your initiative?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
18. Yeah, 18.
Emmy?
12.
12. What's your dex?
Me? Not good. -1.
Okay. Gotcha. Kyle got an 8. Alrighty, here is what you all see.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Ooh.
Big Chungus.
Holy, that's big.
Ooh-wee.
As big.
Holy.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Up first. Oh, I just really screwed that up, didn't I? Can I Control Z that? Nope. Y'all gonna have to tell me your initiatives again because I'm a dingus. Aiden was an 18. It's okay. You all get to just stare at the map a little longer. No, Hayden, not 118. Azric was a 14, I believe, right?
Correct. Yes, correct.
The Titan Boa was a
Titan
12.
Boa. Well, that's something you don't hear every day.
Emmy was also a 12, but she has 8 dex. Kyle was an 8. Cooter, what were
10.
you? 10, thank you. Okay, I almost got all of them.
Oh, okay. So
Come on, your pointer.
because because it didn't get the drop on us right away,
You're not surprised.
not surprised. Could I? How big would you say that rock is?
About that big? You mean how tall?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like 5 feet in the air, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Hayden is going to move here,
Okay.
and if he can, use his bonus action to hide, or to try and hide, since it's
You would have to go somewhere completely out of sight for it to hide. It's in a tree waiting for you.
oh, it's up and okay.
Sorry, I should include some height to it.
That's cool. Okay. Well, shoot. How far away from me is this? Like 35 feet, counting the height.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. Let's see, I moved 25 to get there. So I'll slide right there. And if I'm in range, I guess. What can I do? I gotta read this thing because it's been a while.
That's okay. Also, is your pointer off or do I need to refresh?
Oh, I thought I had it off now.
If you're wondering what we're talking about at home, I have a little mod that people can turn off their little pointies. Otherwise, we'd see people's names like flying all over the screen. Big snap.
I want to do this. I've been trying to find opportunities to do this.
Go for it.
Hayden's gonna reach into a pouch and take out one of the beads of force that he's been holding on to for a while.
Okay.
And he's gonna attempt, since this creature has some size, I would assume it would be super difficult to try and pull the thing out.
Let's see. They have to succeed on a dex saving throw or take damage.
Yeah, it's DC 15 dex save, or take 5d4, and they get put into a bubble.
They get a 17
Dang it.
on their dex save.
Okay.
Sorry, it was a decent roll. Plus, they have a dex save.
I don't think it does anything if they succeed.
If they succeed, let's see.
No, I don't. It doesn't say anything about half damage or anything. I think it's just
Oh.
save or suck thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see. Gotcha. Yeah, that's worded kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, shoot.
It was a good idea, and it just seems like it narrowly wriggled out of the way.
Yeah.
If that's any indication,
That's okay.
it didn't backflip out of the way.
I guess that's my action,
Mhm.
and I didn't really use a bonus because I can't hide where I was at.
Mhm.
So, but I don't think I can do anything really with my bonus right now. Nay. I'll just hang out there behind that rock.
Okay. You throw the bead, it
Kind
narrowly
of
goes out
crouch
of the
down a
way,
little bit.
and sort of the area explodes a bit with force.
I get it one of these days.
I will say that with that, you're throwing the bead at this thing, it dodges narrowly out of the way, but the area explodes with force damage. I think
it
I'll
make
say
a
that
sound?
what's that?
Nothing. Keep going.
Let's see. Roll me the force damage because I want to see how much damage that tree branch, like the tree, takes.
Oh, so like the 5d4?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I might have to apologize to Emmy after this.
Numbers are hard to read on it. Uh, 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. So tree branch is weakened. It's not going to fall out of the tree, but you kind of get the idea that it can't stay up in that branch much longer without sort of buckling under its weight because you have sort of stressed the branch. That's cool.
Okay, I'm going to double blast it. Oh no, I'm going to bonus action hex,
Ooh.
and I'm going to choose strength.
Okay. Remember that for me.
Okay, will do.
You're concentrating now, right?
Yes, I am concentrating. Then I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Alrighty. Get him.
The first one is. Am I at 22 to hit?
That hits.
Wow, the hesitation frightened me. And the second roll is the same.
Uh-huh.
And so the damage for the first one is 17 damage.
First one is 17. Ooh wee.
And the second blast will be 14 damage.
14?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move back 10 feet next to Kuta.
Got it. Up next, the Titan Boa. It's going to move 15 feet to get out of the tree. So it's 15 feet of movement, and it's gonna move 25. It's kind of mad at you since you blasted it. So we'll move here. And with its 10-foot reach, it's gonna do a couple things. So
It's hungry.
it's gonna try and constrict you,
Okay.
Azric. So I'll try to hit 19 on the die plus a lot. So that's gonna hit you.
Yes.
This is gonna do 23 bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled.
Okay.
So it's gotcha. It is going to take a bite out of Emmy.
Prime.
Yeah, crime. That's Emmy's pirate name. Crime.
Yes.
Wait, that wasn't. He didn't have to roll anything to like a check to not be grappled, right? It was just a hit.
Right. So there's some monsters
Okay.
that part of their attack when they hit, they grapple them. And then
Okay,
on
cool,
Azric's
cool.
turn, if he wants to try and break free, he can.
Yeah.
Emmy, does a
Yes.
15 hit you?
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
It's lucky. It's 2 1s on that one. That one's not lucky. 24 piercing damage.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it wraps onto Azric, starts to squeeze, and then reaches out, and just you see this lightning fast head of this Titan boa that's probably as big as you. The head is, and it just snaps out at you. Emmy,
Sorry, I'm still in shock. Okay. I would like to know if this is a beast or a monstrosity.
I think you're gonna have to make a nature roll for that.
Sure. Okay.
That's gonna be your action.
Okay.
15.
You are studying this creature after it so rudely chomped on you, and this thing looks larger than life, but it looks like a naturally occurring creature. If given the particular environment, it is a gargantuan beast. It is not.
Heck yeah.
It is not a monstrosity. So, as Cooter mentioned earlier, that in certain environments, without the meddling of humanoids, that megafauna can thrive. So, beast.
Okay. I am going to cast a bonus action. Guardian of Nature.
Okay.
And Emmy's going to turn into a giant tree.
Fantastic. How big does that make you?
I don't know. It just says great tree. It doesn't say any size changes, so I don't know. But my skin appears barky, leaves sprout from my hair, and I gain the benefits of 10 temporary hit points and advantage on Constitution saving throws.
Okay. You look like an Emmy tree.
But the important thing to note is that while on the ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
Fantastic.
So if it comes down, it's difficult terrain for it.
It is down.
Oh, it is down. It's not. Okay, it's not like swooping. Okay, so it's difficult terrain for it. And I'm going to give myself some temporary hit points and hope someone else will heal me the rest.
It's 15 feet around you.
Yes. It this is within 15, yeah. So it's a 15 what radius?
Uh-huh.
I think that'll hit it, but the scale on this is insane, so I don't even know.
There you go.
It's a pretty neat ability.
Do you all see the aura around Emmy?
Nope.
Hey.
Okay. I can see it, so that's important, but I guess nobody else can. That's fine.
I see it now.
Do you? Okay.
The big old green thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe it'll catch up. Maybe the stream will see it. It's not super important. It's just a green
There it is.
circle. Anything else you'd like to do, Tree Emmy?
No, that was my action and my bonus action. I'll just make like a weird squealing yelp when it bites me and then panic turn into a tree.
Alrighty, up next is going to be...
Oh, I did want to say, actually, it's not a tree. It's more like coral.
Okay.
Just aesthetics.
Okay.
Just for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah. In case anyone's out there drawing fan art, anyway.
Coral.
Well, now I got to make pink. And
Coral.
now I have to make it pink.
I still don't see it, so.
That's okay. I see it in my heart.
Okay. I mean, I see it in my heart. I trust you.
Just the rough terrain, just like a bed of sea anemones or something.
Sea enemies?
Yeah, it's a bunch of sea enemies, yes. It's just a bunch of sea slugs, and the terrain's difficult because when you step on them, they squish and it's all slippery.
Okay. Kudo.
That would be awful. I will ray of sickness in its face. Also, because this is the first time I've had a chance to even look at this. Warcaster, I have that now. You can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action. Does that mean at which point
On an
can I use
opportunity
that?
attack.
Or just
If it leaves
Okay, so
your
it's-
reach.
okay, so it's only
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And you get advantage on concentration.
Cool. Yes, I will vomit in its face hole for
All
snapping at my friend.
Do it.
That's what's happening. Oh, that's a 21.
Get your rolls tonight.
That hits.
Yes, what is happening? 2d8, 2d8, yes.
Yeah.
That is 9.
9.
I got an 8 and a 1.
Average.
Rip. Yeah.
And then it rolls a con save. Natural 1.
Yes.
So it's poisoned? Is that right?
Constitution save for yes, poisoned until the end of my next turn.
All right. Remind me the end of your next turn.
I will try, unless it gets repoisoned, in which case I will not.
Okay. Kyle's turn. Ah!
Yep.
Hayden's turn.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. So Hayden is going to step out from the rock.
That ledge, my friend. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I hope he understands. I hope he understands.
I really like this.
Oh man.
And with his saber in one hand and the rapier in the other, he's going to take some slashing attacks. against this
Alrighty.
guy. So, let's see.
Oh.
Come on. All right. Math. First one is a 14.
A
Hit.
14 is exactly what you need.
Sick. And I believe that's sneak attack because
Yes, it is.
swashbuckler.
You are, in fact, a buckler of swashing.
Ooh. So D8,
Ooh.
D8 and 4d6.
Reminds me of the meme from the Christian Bale movie, American Psycho, where it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You say, let's see Paul's card.
Roll them dice, brother.
I'm rolling. That's okay. Not super high. Then plus, what am I plussing? Plus 5. Well, it's 20 damage on that hit.
Just, yeah, 20 damage. Big numbies. Let's go.
Okay. And I will take a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20, baby.
Yes.
Ooh.
No sneak
on-
attack on that
If
one.
only
though.
your sneak attack was on that one.
I know. So that's automatically 8,
Uh-huh.
right? So I just gotta roll and then
Mhm.
add.
Brutal criticals is what we use, where you take a max damage on one die and roll another one.
It's another 8, so 16 plus 5, it's 21 damage on that hit.
Big numbies. Did that do more damage than the other one? I think so.
By 1 point of
Close.
damage, yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I would like to move
Okay.
because I can do that.
Yeah. 'Cause
So I
you
moved
are-
5 to get to him. So I'm
Yeah.
going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to crouch down right there.
Okay. Please no, please no.
Yeah. It was just, he was in, then dips out.
Alrighty. Up next, Azric, you are grappled. So you cannot move.
Gotcha.
And you're also restrained. Grappled
Yes.
and restrained.
Okay.
I didn't read the rest of it. I'm sorry.
So I can't move or use my arms.
Restrained is your speed becomes 0. Your attack rolls have disadvantage. Attack rolls against you by the creature are advantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay. Since I am restrained and grappled,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a spell that only requires verbal components. And I'm using this for the first time. And
Ooh.
it's Ralothim's Psychic Lance.
Ooh, boy.
Ooh.
Unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from my forehead. Since I'm grappled,
Oh.
my head is free. So a beam of psychic energy, shimmering energy, shoots a lance at this giant boa, and it needs to make a intelligence save of 16.
Titan boa is extremely famous for their intelligence. Who's Rolothim? Friend of yours?
You know, we had a couple drinks back then.
So I want you to know, that my intelligence save is a 9.
Oh. Scared the poop out of me. All right, so it takes 7d6 psychic damage.
Ooh-wee.
And it is now incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Oh. Smart.
I feel like you're earning your keep for this vote. Imagine when we go back and tell these stories.
Too bad no one can see it.
See it.
I know, right? It's like neck and neck between you. Can you imagine? We come back, Aiden did this and this, and Azric did this and that. Wow, he should have been there. It was quite something.
Yeah. So incapacitated means they can't take actions or reactions.
So it takes 27 psychic damage.
Well, that's just fine.
And does its loose gripping since it's incapacitated?
No, it just can't take actions or reactions.
Well then, I'm very cozy here.
It's getting a little tight. I don't have an icon that I can think to use for incapacitated, so I'll use the net, but we all know what it really means. Actually, use that one. Into your next turn?
Yes, at the start of my next turn, it is
Okay.
incapacitated. So it is out for now.
Which means what? Advantage or something?
Incapacitated means they just can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Without
see.
save.
One moment. The condition of being grappled ends if the grappler is incapacitated.
Ooh-wee.
You are no longer grappled.
Then in that case, I'll move diagonally 5 feet. If you could do that for me, please. It's just not my turn.
Which way?
To the left, green left. There you go.
All right.
Thank
Titan Boa can't act or react, but it can move. So it is going to just get right up in here. Right up in there. Hello, Emmy.
Just squishing slugs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna try something. I would like to cast Dominate Beast.
Ooh.
That is a Wisdom save. The DC is 14.
Alrighty, let me read. That fails.
Yes. Okay, so it's not grappling anyone. It's
No.
incapacitated, so it can't do anything.
Uh-huh. No.
But it can move.
For now, yes.
I'm gonna tell it to.
Oh, you're fighting it, so it has advantage on the saving throw. This is the first line on that spell.
I haven't fought it. Oh, my friends are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dice on the table, Max. Dice on the table. Doesn't count down there. I'll use this one. You want to come look at it?
Did you roll?
Natural 20.
Oh, I believe you. Dang. That's okay though.
I'm sorry. I read the spell and saw the first line. I was like, well, you're
No,
fighting it.
you're totally right. You're totally right. But that was all I could do. I can't do that again, everyone. So let's kill it fast.
Well, now I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. That's D&D.
I feel
I'm
bad.
gonna
The snake doesn't. feel
bonus.
bad.
I'm gonna bonus. We know that little bitch. Don't feel bad. We're gonna murder him. Don't worry.
That's a big
I'm gonna
bitch.
bonus action. Big bitch. We're gonna kill that big bitch. I'm gonna bonus action healing word. I'm gonna use a level 3 because I really need healing.
You cannot, because you cast a leveled spell as your action.
Fuck, you're right. I will bonus action do a little tree dance. I don't know. Can a tree drink a health potion?
Yeah.
guess so. I don't. It says I'm actually pretty dexterous as a tree. I'll do that. I'll drink
You
health
can
potion.
shower in it, I guess.
I just like
Yeah.
go, like
Healing
douse my
potions. What
leaves
plants
in
crave?
it. Yeah. I drop it. I dump it on my soil because I'm a tree.
Okay.
Plant food.
Alrighty. Anything else? Tree Amy?
Healing
Alright.
potion? What the hell?
If you don't
Guess
got
I'm out of
one,
healing potions, so I don't
Okay.
do that. Instead, I throw down my staff of the python
okay.
because I'm angry. Is that an action?
I think it is.
Dang it, it's an action.
You
I
almost
do
used it.
nothing. Next person.
You almost used it.
Sorry.
Kudo.
I shout. It's already incapacitated and all that stuff, right? Oh yeah, and poisoned until the end of this turn. Does that mean it takes damage from the poison now and then at
Poisoned-
the end it's
Poisoned
Well, how does
condition is different than taking poison damage.
yeah, right. Okay,
so,
cool.
So poisoned condition means that it has disadvantage on attacks.
Perfect. Love that. Is it still incapacitated? It is, right? Oh, but it might not be for much longer.
Correct.
I'm going to try to cast web at it
Alrighty.
because I don't know how powerful I really am and I'm scared.
You scared? Of what?
The giant the big snake.
Danger noodle.
Yeah, giant snake danger noodle.
All right,
The
web.
big scary boy.
Let's see.
Conjure a massive sticky stuff. 20-foot. Webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area if webs aren't anchored between two solid masses such as walls or trees. Which it basically is. There's trees everywhere. Must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained. As long as it remains in the webs. Or until
I'm
it breaks
guessing you're
free.
casting the web just on it.
Yeah, like between the rock where Hayden was and it, because I think it's difficult terrain where Emmy is anyway. So it's kind of like if it decides to back up a little bit, then it's still in something.
Like there.
Yeah. Oh, a bit further back.
Like there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So when it starts its turn there, they have to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, anything else?
And I think that's all I can do for now.
All right. It is no longer poison.
Like, it's like I can cast Booming Blade and stand there. Like,
And you are now concentrating.
yes.
Alrighty. Kyle. Ah! He's hiding. He's like cowering. Hayden.
Okay.
There's sticky all over the ground.
Yeah.
Not for my friends, right?
There's web.
Oh, the web. Sorry. I thought I can't
Wait, what do
see
you mean?
mine, so I thought that was
Aw, I'm
mine. So why can I
sad.
see that, but I can't see mine?
Just go around the back.
Yeah, just go around the back.
I never
rude.
think of how I impact my friends.
No, I mean, they got, listen, Hayden can move like 800 feet around. He can deal with it.
That's true. That's true.
I was just making a comment.
That's true. That's true.
Bro's also got guns, so he's fine. Hey, go ahead.
That's for last week where we had to take down the.
What?
That's for last week where we had to take down the sneaky listening. Or whatever it
Oh
was.
yeah.
The spell. That's so funny. This is what I'm talking about. I forget this stuff too. Anyway, continue.
Bun, check your DMs, please.
Okay. So this may be good or maybe bad.
Maybe. Go ahead.
Hayden, he wants to do cool stuff. So instead of like running around the rock and running around the web, he's gonna like run up, because it's like what, a 5-foot tall rock, you said?
Yeah.
So he's gonna run up the rock, and while he has momentum, he's gonna leap from here. So he's running. Oops, maybe he's not. He's running, and he wants to leap to the snake over the web. Or is the web vertical? Or is it across the ground?
It's like on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, he wants to leap off the rock to get to a spot to attack the snake.
Gotcha.
So I know jumping is weird.
Well, your jump distance is just based on your strength.
Oh,
So
well,
what's your strength score?
-1.
So an 8. Let's see. So you can basically jump, I think, 8 feet.
Oh,
So you can make it over here or over there.
well, that's not that cool.
It's cool
I
to
think-
me.
I think he'll just step up onto the rock
Yeah.
where he's at, and then well, do I want to use the pistol? Yeah, why not? We're fighting. He's gonna pull out the pistol and take a shot at the old snake's head.
Go for it.
So, Yup. That's 19 plus 5 to hit.
That hits.
Yay. Do I get... I don't think I get sneak attack on this, though.
Yeah, you do.
Don't I have to be in melee?
No.
Oh.
You have friends that are within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, true.
Normal rogue stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 1d10. And then 4d6. Plus 5. 31 points.
Ooh wee. 31
I
points.
rolled 3 4s and 1 6 on my...
Nice. Alrighty.
And as a bonus action, I'm just gonna hop back off the rock and go right back up and whatever.
Gotcha. All right, off the rock and over there. Azric.
All right. How's this thing looking? Do I get a sense
Hungry.
we should be running away?
It's looking like a snake.
I mean, it looks like you've damaged it quite a bit, but it also looks like it hasn't eaten in a while, so it wants at least one chomp.
Okay. All right. I will. So it's no longer incapacitated. Start my turn.
No longer incapacitated.
And then I'm gonna double blast it.
Okay,
All right. First one, 27 to hit.
that hits.
Ooh. Does 20 damage.
20 damage.
Nice.
Second attack. That's a big ol' miss.
All right.
Unless
And
the
a
10
miss.
hits.
A 10 does not. 14.
Okay. All right.
Titan Boa's turn. Okay. Let's see. I think
I've got a feeling it's going to win the deck save.
oh yeah, it has to do a deck save, right?
Yeah. Starting in the web or entering it during its turn.
So 15.
Yes.
Alrighty. It is going to bite at Cooter.
Duh.
Or try and constrict Cooter.
Can I react into my shell? Is that what I can do as a warcaster?
No, but it rolled a natural 1, so
Oh, huge. Okay. Never mind, I'm fine.
it is going to take a bite at Emmy next. Emmy, that is a 25.
Okay, so there goes my 10.
No, 25 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits me.
$29 piercing damage.
Which gets reduced because my attempt to, what was it, 29?
Yeah. 29 piercing damage. Lashes
That's
out
not
against
great.
you. It tries to reach out with its tail and wrap you up, Cooter. But you're able to fend it off. Alrighty. Emmy.
Okay. I would like to. Sorry. I changed my mind on what I wanted to do. First, I want to use Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a level 3. Then I think I'm going to turn into something.
I like how when you rolled it on D&D Beyond, it said healing word damage.
Oh, I didn't mean to heal it on there.
Yeah, I just saw it.
it.
It's a healing word
Fuck,
damage.
you made me lose count. 9, 10. Okay, so I heal for 13. And then I'm gonna turn into a beast. I'm gonna turn into. I don't have any good ones for this. I'm gonna turn into something. I'm gonna turn into that like thing I made up. So it's like it's a wolf.
Okay. Are you large?
It's like a seal wolf. Sorry, I'm having D&D's not very good at being honest.
So, is it large though?
Dire wolf. It's a dire wolf. It is
Large.
large. Yes.
You push out Cooter's little gizmo that hangs around with her.
For what it's worth, I think I'm still a tree.
Excellent.
So the
Well-
train is still difficult and all that.
Yeah. You have the appearance of a tree. So you're
I look like a tree wolf. Well, a coral wolf.
Yeah, coral wolf.
Yeah. And then that was bonus action, and I'm done.
Okay.
Can Gizmo like stab him in the eyeballs or something? Just
Your
Is that-
homunculus servant?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
his
I
name's
don't-
Gizmo now, officially.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I believe your homunculus servant, if I'm not
I think it does.
mistaken, can,
I keep forgetting
if you
that
allow
I
it
can-
to have your bonus action, it can do a
Which I don't
force
really
strike.
usually do anything with my bonus action anyway.
Mhm.
So that would be nice.
Yeah, so it takes its turn immediately
Um,
after yours if you wanted to do something, and if you give it your bonus action, it can. It has a force strike, which is a range of 30 feet, and it can zap them.
Yeah, zap him in the eyeball. Also, is
Yeah.
the web still
Yeah,
concentrating on the web, right?
mhm, yeah, you are.
Okay. So yes, that is the dex save. Because he's still in there.
Oh, he made it at the beginning of his turn. Is it?
Oh,
on?
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my because it's my turn. It's my turn. It's not his
Mhm.
turn. Okay, yeah. Anyway, brain go.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Are there any like decent sized boulders around the place that I might be able to vortex warp on top of its head?
Let's see.
Potentially, hypothetically speaking.
Vortex warp. It says you have to target another creature.
Oh, damn.
So there are no rock.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
creatures.
Around another creature. Yeah. Damn, can you imagine if there were little rock dudes running around, and that would be so convenient?
So I will say, it says you magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The range is 90 feet. The target must
Does it say
succeed on
how-
a con saving throw, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. So, if you wanted to try to cast this on the snake, you could try and vortex warp it 90 feet in the air,
Interesting.
if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
my god, yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun. I just thought that potentially it was, although its con is probably pretty high though.
Mhm.
That's the thing that I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably got pretty chunky constitution. But I want to try it anyway for the funsies to see what happens when it
Alrighty.
plummets.
What's your spell DC?
Hang on one
It's
sec.
a
It's got to
15,
pop up.
roll a 12. So it succeeds.
Oh, dang.
No.
Wait,
Sorry.
the vortex warp succeeded.
It fails. You succeed. Sorry.
Through the moon door.
So, what is
Through
that?
the moon door.
Oh my god.
What a throwback.
Oh, so it says you can teleport into any space within range. The range is 90 feet. So you
Yeah,
can
literally
teleport
just
it
up.
90 feet up, right? It failed its con
And
save.
maybe a little bit back so that it doesn't land like on top of us.
No,
potentially.
it'll land straight up to straight down. So
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's
Love that.
what 9d6 of falling damage? Because it's a
I
d6
love
every 10
that
feet.
for me. 9d6.
That's awesome.
Wait, so d6
14
times. I'm just going to do this in D&D Beyond because it's easier.
yeah,
Times 9.
Yeah.
Here we go, computer. Add some. Oh, there's a. What are you going to do with that? 29.
29 fall damage. Very nice.
It's awesome.
I'm going to have so much fun with this in future.
So what does it look like? I don't know if you've used Vortex Warp. Explain to everyone watching and listening what this looks like as this gigantic Titan boa that's looming over you all.
It's basically just like, because it's not constrained anymore and stuff, right? So it's just like heckin' confused, like flippity floppitying it around, but it's like kind of levitating and then just like pauses for a second and then does the whole thing where it starts falling and its head is like still up here and then it's like ting, and then starts like just plummets down. And then we're standing right in front of it and it's just like all the like dust and debris and crap just goes into our faces.
So Azric and Emmy, you see this giant snake just and just sort of magic swirl around it, and it's gone. And you look around like, what the hell is going on? And then you just hear the of like branches falling above in the canopy and then just like right in front of you. It is prone. So I'm gonna turn it upside down because it's funny instead of using an icon. It's
funny.
so big. It is fallen
funny.
prone. It is well bloodied and it is not looking good. Kyle is cowering. Hayden.
Dinner is served.
Yeah.
Does that mean melee gets advantage?
Yes, it does.
Yes. So Hayden, he's gonna 15, cunning action dash to get in melee with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It says as he like goes to carve into it with the sword, yells to Cooter is like, "Never had snake. This should be interesting." Then he's gonna slice into it.
Go for it with advantage.
All right. It's 16 plus 8
That hits.
hit. 8. All right, that's math.
Let's math.
It's 3. Uh, 21. What's 21 plus 5? 26 damage on
Yeah.
that hit.
26 damage.
Okay, and then follow up with the rapier.
You can't because you bonus action your cunning action dash.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. So I
Mhm.
still have like 20 feet of movement.
Correct.
I will move 5, 10, 15, 20 over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Azric. No step
Hello.
on snake.
Okay, so if I move in 5 feet of it, I get advantage. But because I'm casting in melee, I get disadvantage. There's a normal rule, right?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll move 5 feet.
Well,
And
okay, hold on. Let me look at prone real quick.
it says if you're within 5 feet of a prone enemy, you get
Yeah.
advantage. But I'm casting in the melee, I get disadvantage.
Correct.
So
But I'm wondering if you make a weapon attack while you're within 5 feet. So let's see. Nope. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Yep. So you're good.
excellent.
My bad.
All right, point blank blasting, baby. Okay, that's a 20. that will do 18 damage. And the second attack.
Second one does not matter.
1. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
You did exactly as many hit points as it had left. So as your other Eldritch Blast sputters out, what's the first one look like as you take down this Titan boa?
The first one is it just a tentacle. Imagine a tentacle doing a two snakes as one thing with a snake. It bops it on the nostrils.
Got it. Snakes all the way down.
Wee.
Oh, well, we better send word to the ship to come get some meat.
Looks like
I
meat's
hope it
back on the
tastes
menu,
like-
boys.
I hope it tastes like eel. Do you
Oh,
think
I
it'll
think
taste
it
like eel?
does.
Oh,
Relatively
yes.
close.
What about their legs? They don't need them.
Alrighty, so you've defeated the Titan boa. Kyle comes back from cowering and just says, you aren't kidding, you have quite the prowess in battle. I certainly thought that we were doomed.
Thanks, mate. Comes naturally.
Well, that was easy peasy, if you ask me. It looks like we have supper.
Well, are we going to journey all? I don't know if there are enough of us to carry this all the way back.
Ah, yes.
Unless.
Who do either of you have message or sending? Can you?
No. That would have been really smart to prepare. I guess I'm not a wolf anymore. But I didn't prepare that.
You know what? We're supposed to rescue people. Am I correct? We could just take some meat for us for the road, and hopefully this is still here. Massive size, not going anywhere.
Yeah, but it might rot. Is there a body of water nearby?
The other animals might get to it.
Can I use purify food and drink on the carcass?
After when you come back,
When we
Seriously, though,
come
is
back,
there,
yeah.
is
That's
there?
feasible, right?
Well, yeah. If nothing else eats it, that's why I was asking if there was water nearby. We can just pack it in some mud until we come back and then purify it, right?
Yeah.
you could find
It'll take a while.
a nearby, tributary if you could try to
Just
find one.
chop off some of the meteor chunks. We don't need all of it, and then
Okay.
Do
Alright.
the thing like they used to do where they packed it in the shallows in the mud.
That might take some time.
I mean, it's free food.
How far is the?
We did go hunting.
You fit a giant boa in a bag of holding.
How much does it weigh?
Like it doesn't matter how much. It just matters how big it is around, right? If we can get it in the entrance, we can get it in the opening, right?
If we cut off as much as we want in little bits, I suppose.
Do you have any animal transformations left?
Yeah. You want me to carry it?
Well, or fly as a bird back to the ship and then guide some people here.
How far are we from our ship now?
This is about you're like 4 hours in at this point, like a halfway point. If you were to try and carry this as a flying creature, at the very least, you would have to be huge, I believe.
Okay, let me check.
I don't think you're going to be able to find a
No.
creature that's huge with the CR.
I can fly back and tell them where it is, but that's going to take my last beast form.
I
so.
have an idea. We do like a little smoke signal campfire. And
Ooh,
light
smart.
it, and then maybe someone will investigate.
If nothing else, then we can find it again more easily.
Might keep other creatures at bay too.
Oh, yeah, they'll smell the smoke and not want to come.
And Kyle comes up. Perhaps I could try and help.
Oh yeah. What
Can you write a message in the smoke?
Oh, he might have animal mustard or something.
No, but I can make quite a large fire.
Okay. That's good too.
Okay.
That's good too.
All right.
Let's do that.
He sort of kneels down on the ground, and sort of looks about. Makes a couple of like waves of his hands, and then kind of claps them together and starts rubbing his hands together really fast. And then you see what looks to be like a large fire forming. Like his hands are so frictionless that they're creating flame, and he sort of puts it onto the ground. And you see a bonfire rage in front of you as he casts Create Bonfire. And
wow.
a 5-foot cube of fire lasts
Very cool.
for about a minute.
Oh.
Oh. I was going to say you've been holding out on us.
We're all
but-
so excited, and then so funny.
I think that's enough to
We're
signal
like-
your crew to come here.
What if I use Expeditious Retreat? Oh no, that's only for 10 minutes it'll take me. How long can I go in 10 minutes?
If she casts Expeditious Retreat on me as a bird, can I be back in like 2 hours?
It lasts 15 minutes, right? Or 10 minutes.
10 minutes. What if I ride on your back and cast it 3 times?
I mean,
That's actually
if
an
we go
option.
the supplies that we have are packed and ready to go if we find them.
Let's
I know
just
we
go get
have-
the supplies.
I know we
Fuck
have
the
food
snake.
here, but perhaps if we were to take some time to try and bury it and or something, if you really wanted to save this meat,
It would be such a waste not to.
or we could spend some time here trying to prepare as much meat as we could and stored them and carried them on our own.
I think we could take an hour. I need a rest, anyways. After I've taken a little bit of damage.
So we're gonna bury the meat for an hour and get a short rest.
I think you saying preparing it like
Preparing some of it for
cleaning.
curing. Okay.
Chomp up a bunch and chuck it in the holding bag.
Yeah, just enough that we could feed the crew tonight, right? Like enough to
an
win some
hour.
morale.
It's a snake, so I don't know how fast you could. Like I have never cleaned an animal. Like sure you've got
Snakes are
a bunch of
easier to
meat.
clean, and this one's huge.
I've watched
so-
a ton of historical documents of survivalists eating snakes, and it's rather quickly. Granted, this one is gargantuan, but I say we could probably get a vast amount.
Someone will have to make a survival roll to do this though.
I'll.
And they will
I
not get the
think-
benefit of a short rest by doing this because they're not resting.
That's all right. I volunteer as tribute as someone who takes care of theirs.
Could
Does anyone want to give me a hand?
Oh, I'm not trained in it, so I can't assist.
No skill in this.
Kyle will say, "Oh, I will try." He's not
It's
skilled,
like
so
no
you don't get
advantage.
advantage, but he's gonna
Yeah.
try.
That is a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, great. You whip out your skinning knife and you twirl it in your fingers and say, "Let's start."
Let's
she just has a
go.
Bowie knife for some reason.
Yeah.
And
apparently
always started like, when
butchers-
did you pick that up?
Snakes.
Snakes all the
knife?
time.
Or like a boa knife.
Yeah.
You hit dice.
Eh.
So would it be possible for Hayden to collect some of the snake skin?
You want some
In
boots,
order-
brother?
No, not.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
want a dagger. I want a dagger. It bit me twice. Give me a dagger, or give me a snake fang so I can make a dagger.
So as part of this process of the survival of like getting this animal prepared, like you could definitely skin it and get a sizable amount of snake skin or Titan boa.
He wants to try and fashion a fancy holster out of the snake skin for his pistol.
Can I add a snake fang to my inventory?
I
Yeah,
don't know if he can do that, but
You want a fang? Anyone want a rib? What about
You
the
get it.
liver? It's the
you
best
can get
part.
a fang, a bunch of
What
snake
is this?
skin.
It's a giant constrictor, giant
Titan boa.
Titan boa. That's right. I was like, it's something way cooler than Titan boa fang. Okay. Is there venom in the fangs? Can we milk some of the venom before we butcher it?
Ew.
Well, I thought Cooter would want it.
It's a non-venomous
It seems like a
snake.
sciencey thing.
It would be
Non-venomous.
useful, yeah.
Okay. Never
If it
mind.
was
Never mind. Never mind.
venomous, it would have pumped you full of it, probably.
But it's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I'd be dead right now.
It's just
don't
a
think it's
muscly
venomous.
little lad. It's got nice, thick, meaty loins. Yum, yum.
Sick.
Dog.
So I will say, I don't even know like how much this would weigh. Like, let's just say that you could easily get, I don't know, 100 pounds of meat from this, and taking an hour as you're skinning it, getting meat. Like, I think that's fair.
Sounds good.
You're doing a rush job. You're trying to get to the other goods. I think 100 pounds.
yeah.
Trying to get to those good
Pretty good
goods.
roll.
Done. It's in the
So,
bag.
Make sure it's in the bag. Make sure it has the weight listed in the bag, because there's a weight limit
Hang
on
on,
that
add
stuff too.
custom item.
Let us not forget that it's in the bag.
Titan boa.
Got a small rule
Meat.
rank after like a day.
Weight override 100.
Yep.
Wait, we can hold up to
And
500 pounds.
item. Yeah.
Yep. And make sure anything else that's going to be in there is on your sheet too. Because. Alrighty. So
Don't
you
want
have
to be getting encumbered.
you have 100 pounds of snake meat. I will say that you've got, I don't know what, 10 pounds of snake skin, which is a lot.
Do you want me to carry that for you, Hayden?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Put it in me purse.
These purrs.
Snake skin holster. You could have boots and a poncho.
Mandolin.
We're
We're
gonna
going to
hold
drag
this
this
dagger.
one
one.
out.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's
Alrighty.
that? 10 pounds.
So everyone gains the benefit of a short rest except for Kyle, who is trying to help Cooter, but he's basically like, I'll hold that for you. Like it's like me when I
It's
was
like, no, you
a
won't.
youngin helping my granddaddy, and I'm just like, I'll hold the screwdriver. Like I wasn't actually helping, but I'll hold the tools. Like, and Cooter, you don't get a short rest either because you were having to do this for the hour.
Yeah.
So you have everything have sort of collected yourselves a bit, and then Kyle sort of looks that way and points the direction that you were all going to head anyway.
Okay.
Excellent.
I think that if we continue at a sort of similar pace, that we could get there right at nightfall.
Perfect timing.
Alrighty. So you continue through the jungle. It's in this particular area for a little bit. There's not a whole lot of movement or creatures that you may have to worry about. You think that the sort of sphere of influence, or like the territory of this giant or gargantuan snake, was sort of a very wide area. After doing some studying of the creature, Cooter, you may have recalled that this creature would even eat small dinosaurs in a single bite. So not a whole lot of predators want to hang around in here because this is pretty much one of the apex predators in this jungle. You would assume. So with it missing,
We're the apex predators now.
it's my jungle now. So you continue through the woods for several hours, and just as it's beginning to turn into dusk towards nightfall, almost nighty-night times, you see Kyle getting very excited. Oh, I think we're here. I think we found it. We're here. And he sort of points into the distance, probably another like 500 to 600 feet ahead of you. At first you just see more canopy and trees and jungle until you see what appears to be vines sort of arching over some sort of entryway. And you can see that there is dense foliage around this place. But it appears that there's a large stone arch with a door that appears to have been this way and grown over for potentially centuries.
I want to use my feature. I want to use my feature.
You will get a chance to use your feature on our next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you do this to me, Max?
So next time you can use your feature as you approach these sort of ruins on this crescent isle, with your new BFF Kyle in tow. So with that, that's going to be our episode this evening. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be back. We will be back next Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific for episode 46. But in the meantime, come hang out with us Monday night for Tell Me Knowledge, or check it out Thursday, our episode of Out of Combat, where a few of our friends will be talking about this episode and what happened. That'll be Bun, VS, and Nina. So you don't want to miss
I have
that.
so
That'll
much
be
to
on
say. I have some
podcast
beef.
and YouTube.
Beef. You heard me. I have beef.
Well, good. If anybody in chat has beef, go to our Discord. Tell us about it. But we have something before we will leave. We do a poll every episode where the audience gets to vote on who the MVP was, and the MVP of the episode will get an inspiration, for them to use. So cast your votes now, and the winner will get an inspiration. So with that, hopefully you all had an excellent evening with us. I can't wait to hear your beef, Bun.
Yeah, you better be ready.
Photos
Me
of
too.
beef in the Discord. That's an option.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a good time. I hope you like Snicks, 'cause that was a fun one.
If you don't, sorry.
If you don't, it's dead.
Don't.
So you're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah, and you can see what in the world. Where has Kyle taken you to?
Excited. Or ruins are good.
Does he even know where he's taken us to?
Point. Good point.
Perhaps. So if you haven't voted already, make sure to vote in the chat. And then as always, if you want early access to all of our podcast episodes, there's even a tier to help us create an NPC. Go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/casters and
Is this
cantrips.
guy an NPC?
I will tell you if it's an NPC.
Oh,
I will tell
I'm never
you.
gonna find them. Sorry, whoever you are. We always go the opposite direction of you somehow. It's a curse. I'm sorry. We love you.
That's okay. I can't fully control where you all go.
Yeah, you can't control us.
You can throw up signposts and we're like, oh, shiny.
Gentle DM influences. But anyway, I will say we will cut off the voting now. And Cooter, congratulations on your inspiration.
Oh,
You're
Cooter!
the MVP this
Oh,
evening.
thanks,
so,
guys.
yay! And with that,
You're-
we
I
will
had
Tried
see
some-
real hard.
you
You
all
had good rolls tonight, Nina.
next time.
Thank you.
I just jinxed it though.
Yeah.
And thanks, Mikey, for the gift bomb.
Yes.
That was huge.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
very much,
you.
Yes,
Mikey,
thank
and those gift
you.
subs. Very much
This is
appreciate
fun.
it.
Can we keep playing for like 3 more hours? I'm pretty sure chat will stay. We could all just stay and play for like another whole session.
You
I
just
don't
want to
be
use your
done.
feature.
Is it at midnight for you?
No, I just want to hang out with you guys some more.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do another 3 hours.
I know. I looked forward to this all week, but I am kind of dead now.
All right, thanks everybody. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.